everybody, and welcome to another episode of our FM19 Journeyman in charge of Troyes in the Domino's Liga 1. And today we are back for two more games against Stade Rennais, followed by Nantes. Rennais are slightly ahead of us, up in 7th. Nantes significantly below us, down in 15th. So, could potentially be two contrasting games. So, we have what I would consider, for this period of time, my chosen first team, and it feels like ages since I've been able to say that, but, well, with me wanting to try out Diabate to see how he performs alongside Antonio in these final games of the season, it does mean we actually have a full squad, which is nice to say. Parmentier, Gransar, Marietti, all back. Well, Marietti was never out, I don't know why I even mentioned him, but Assay, Stéphane, Bordas, everyone in the side who we would normally have, and that is one hell of an order to choose to go through those players. Literally all over the place. So, let's get stuck in. Now, Bordas still struggling for that match sharpness. Obviously, he was out for around 3 months, so it's going to take him a while to build it back up. But hopefully, we can, well, get him there by the end of the season, and then by the time next season rolls around, he will be good to go. So they have a very similar formation to us. Let's just go out there and beat them. Like, why not? Let's just... Rennais are ahead of us in the table. Let's just do it. Let's just aggressively say we owe Rennais. A couple of players liked it, so hey, it could have been worse. Hand over to the assistant. Hey, Diabate liked it too. He can't complain at all. Let's kick off. Let's get into this match, and hopefully we can have a good dominant performance against a team that's slightly better than us. They've got a throw in here deep in their half, and we need to try and win this ball back. I don't want them having chances early game. They're passing it around here, and they've got space, which I don't like. They've got so many players in so much space, and that is a great ball over the top. It's an even better save by Mysonial, and a wonderful tackle to get the ball clear too. It was straight at Mysonial, but he did well to just keep it out of the net, to be honest, as they're going to flick in a corner. They head and hit the post. Diabate clearing. He's having a good game, Diabate. He's had a good couple of clearances so far. Hopefully we can turn this around and start to see some chances of our own. We've got a throw in here. Nasruddin takes, gives to Marietti. Can this maybe be a highlight in our favour? I'll say there, good little cutback to Parmentier, who was under pressure and, well, made the right call to retain the ball. So we're certainly trying to work this forward. It's just we're struggling to do so. Marietti and Bordas here trying to work it forward, but whereas they have all the space on the attack, we have barely any, and we've had to go all the way back to our keeper to try and find a way to start an attack here, but... well, we may finally have got something down this right-hand side. Gransar on the ball now. Oh, he gets tackled, but it falls to Stéphane. Quite lucky, but that's a great slide through to Marietti, but his strike is saved. It's straight at the keeper. Such a good ball through there by Stéphane, but unfortunately can't manage to get it into the back of the net. And another highlight immediately after is going to see them running at us. They strike. Mysonial keeps it out. A great parry. Puts it out for the corner. I think we're playing all right, but it's just a back and forth game, really. It's just both teams having chances, but neither able to find the back of the net, as their clearance goes straight into our player, or their cross, sorry, and well, it might work in our favour as we try to play forward. No, it's a free kick. That seems like a silly decision. I feel like Gransar could have ran on the end of that and we could have had a better chance, but the ref doesn't know the advantage rule. That's okay. Half-time, and it's 0-0 then, and other than the early yellow card to Derek Assay, there's been, well, no major incidents to speak of, but a lot of action and a lot of highlights. So, let's say... oh, let's get aggressive and say we owe Rennais after what happened. That is not great at all. The assistant didn't help at all. 4 players looked motivated, which isn't awful, but I'd like a lot more from a half-time team talk, really. We've got a free kick here, and Horn is going to take it. Plays it short to Bordas, and, well, can we maybe find a good forward pass? But, well, we found Gransar. Oh, no forward movement there, but Horn's on it on the right. He goes for a cross. Headed clear with ease, and now they are potentially on the ball. No, Nasruddin sweeps up the loose one. And you've got to think there's more of this to come yet, as Stéphane goes forward to Marietti. We're still putting the pressure on. Horn across to Parmentier! It hits the post! Oh no, it just went... I don't know whether it hit the post or just went wide, but it looked to me like it hit the post and just ricocheted wide. It was such a good strike, it deserved a goal on the end of it, to be honest. But, well, evidently not, because it didn't go in, but... It was a good effort, it's fair to say. I am going to make a change, though. I'm going to bring on Royer for Noé Stéphane. Royer, by the way, developing absolutely wonderfully. Looks like he's going to be a very, very talented player, and I think this might solve some of our striker issues in terms of, do we have a dedicated backup? I think we might do, because although he's not really proved it on the pitch yet, in the few appearances he has had, I do think this is going to turn into an outstanding player, just by the looks of those attributes, to be honest. So, we'll get him on the pitch here. Around 15 minutes left to go, slightly more than that when we brought him on, but another highlight, and Antonio is on the ball. We're looking to build from the back. And as long as we can, avoid giving it away cheaply, I think we should be able to do that. He's looking like he's going to play it long, but no. Just goes for a short pass to Parmentier. They're giving us a lot more space now. They've sort of slacking off our players a little bit, and we're having a bit more time on the ball, which is nice to see. Gransar on the right-hand side. Can he find a good pass? Finds Parmentier, who strikes. He hits the crossbar! Parmentier and the Woodwork are a match made in heaven right now. They just can't get away from each other, but it's not what we need. We need it in the back of the net. 5 minutes left to play, and it's gone quiet since then. I'd love another highlight in our favour, but hold on. 3 minutes of added time. Is that Bordas? That's Elan Bordas, right? He's just came back from injury and has been sent off. Brilliant. That's what we needed right now. Change Parmentier because a solo Segundo Volante is a nightmare waiting to happen. We'll make him a deep line playmaker on support. And just hopefully, hold on. No, there's a minute left. They've got a corner. I'm heartbroken. Hold on. Maybe I'm not heartbroken. I've never been happier to see a VAR review. Come on, what are you going to tell me? Are you going to tell me that was a push on our goalkeeper? Come on, please. Please, bail me out. We deserve a point here. We've fought well. We've had good chances. We've played so well. And it's a free kick. It is not a goal. It is 0-0. Some VAR drama in the final seconds of the game denies them a goal, and it's 0-0. I've never been happier to see a 0-0. I thought we'd lost. Well, there we go. It's all over. 0-0. That never happened. Thank God for VAR, I guess. It's just saved me. Sure. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. Now, I'm going to assertively say I'm far from pleased, and they all look fired up at that. I say I'm not complaining, then tell them I'm far from pleased. Bit hypocritical, really, isn't it? But, well, I do feel like we could have got something out of that game, and I think we played to the point where we could have done, but we just couldn't hit the back of the net, is the truth of it. Marietti had a great chance where he could have scored. Parmentier had a couple of shots that just were magnetically attracted to the woodwork. And ultimately, I don't know, I think we played quite well against a team up in 7th as well. It's nice to see us holding our own against the teams that are playing well, as opposed to just battering the little guys. We're also competing against the teams around us, the teams above us. We don't get pushed over. We've not had any, huge defeats, I don't think. The biggest defeat I believe we've had is the 3-0 to PSG, which ain't that huge when you consider that. Just look at PSG. I don't think I ever showed this on camera. They've only conceded 10 goals all season, and they've scored 79. How? How do we compete against that? That's insane. That is absolutely mad. They've lost 2 games all season to Bordeaux and Havre. Drawn only 3. Twice to Saint-Etienne and once to Lyon. This is mad. They've conceded 10 goals all season. 10! That's insane. That is absolutely crazy. So I just remembered that I had never showed that on camera. I picked it up, off, I realised it, but mad. Absolutely. I hope we're at that stage one day. Maybe not in this league, because I don't know if we'll ever beat PSG, but we managed to hold out they managed to hold out for a draw. It's nice when it says that. It makes it sound like we were better. So let's get on to this next game. Now, it is against a slightly weaker side in Nantes, so hopefully we can have a good dominant performance and maybe pick up a win. So here we are for the second game of today, and in case you're wondering, yeah, I changed clothes. I had my dinner between the last game and this one, and I decided it was a better idea to wear it rather than eat it, so had to change. But let's get into this game. We've got Nantes, and they're a struggling side. I'm hoping we can put in a good performance, and we have the majority of our first team playing. The only player who's obviously missing is Elan Bordas again, who picked up a suspension at the end of the last game. He picked up a red card. Now, I do believe he may actually be out for 2 games. No, it's only the one. Okay, so he's out for this one, and then he's back. He's just back in the side, which should be good. So hopefully we can still power through this. So let's submit the team, and let's just get stuck straight in. Erle Schilling is apparently lacking match sharpness. He's literally been out for, 2 games? 3 games Bordas has been back for? It's not been long at all. So let's just get on with it. They've got a similar formation to us. I want us to just have a good dominant performance after that last one, which was just a little bit flat, to be honest. So let's just say he's barely played all season. Cedric Horn has been the clear first choice right back for the entire season. I'm not sure why they think Navarro would start playing now. They've got a goal kick here, and Palmer's going to launch it up. Can we win this ball? Yes, we can. Schilling nodding down to Gransar. Playing forward Stefan. Can we carve out a good chance? No. Stefan just decided he wanted a shot from the edge of the box and did so under a lot of pressure, and it just didn't go anywhere near, to be honest. We do have a free kick now, though. Marietti's going to strike, and that one much closer, but Still not quite on the mark, and it still just goes wide. It's unfortunate as we have a corner. At least it's all us so far. They have head clear, but, well, we tried to curl in a shot from the edge of the area, but it's not on target at all. And again, another shot, but it's once again not on target. Well, there's a highlight here right on the end of half-time. There's about 2 minutes left to play, and currently they're in possession of the ball. Horn gave it away a little bit cheaply there, but they're going to look to pressure down the right-hand side, but we're holding them well. They've managed to distribute it, though. They're doing a good job of passing it around, and they're starting to carve out a bit of space. That is a lot of space, as they're going to look for a cross. They nod it in, and it's the easiest header he will ever take in his life. The cross was good, and the header was on target, and that's all it needed to be honest. My Sonny was never getting there. It would have been, well, very, very, very good if he could, but it was just never going to happen, and they got far too much space. Asay not tracking back there, to be honest. He really should have picked up his man, and then Horn loses Gilbert in the box and gives him a completely free header, putting them 1-0 up just before half-time, which is really not the time you want to concede, because now we're going to have to shout at the players a little bit. It would have been nice to have at least gone in level, and then tried to just pick it up in the second half and grab the one goal we needed. But now, well, we've got a bit of a fight on our hands. They've got a corner Gilbert's going to take, and he's going to flick into the box. Grandsar tries to head clear, though, but it looks like they're going to pounce on the ball. No counter-attack as of yet, but we are putting the pressure on, and the highlight is continuing. We're chasing him all the way back to his own half, all the way back to his own penalty area if he keeps going. He plays back to his keeper, finally gets rid of the ball. Had ample opportunities to pass it there, but just chose not to. But Parmentier wins that header excellently, finds Marietti. They go for a sliding challenge, but he only finds Stefan, who hits the post. Could not have been any closer. Really should have been 1-1. We got lucky that their slide fell straight to Stefan, but unfortunately couldn't do anything. Schilling saved, and they've got a free kick. It was offside by the looks of it, and so close. So many chances, just not quite finding the final touch they need. But Parmentier's header goes straight to them. Diabate, though, does a good job of picking up the loose ball. Now, hopefully, we can craft a chance that results in a shot on target. As Marietti's on it, we're trying to work something here. There's space out on the left, and Nasruddin finds it. Can he find a cross? No! He finds the back of the net. It's a shot that barely goes over the line, but it manages to. Nasruddin sees all these attackers failing in their efforts to find the back of the net, and is like, look, it's not that hard. I'll do it myself. And, well, it was a great ball from Parmentier to pick him out for a start. Let's not disguise that fact. But, yeah, I thought he was going to go for the back post to Grandsar or maybe to the centre to Stefan, but he's like, no, I'm going over the line, puts it in, it's 1-1, still got about half an hour left, just over, to try and find a winner. Well, we've got an injury. Schilling is out, Bordas is suspended, so Asede's coming on as the anchor man, but he's not really, because he's coming on as a deep line playmaker, because we need a goal, These are not a good side, so it's a logical change anyway. I'd just rather it didn't come through an injury. They've got a throw in deep in our half, and, well, we need to try and win this ball and craft a chance of our own, but, well, we win the header, but only just give it back to them. And they're now looking for a cross. Diabate tries to head clear, and eventually Horn manages to get his foot to it and gets the ball away. But now we need to try and win it back. We've got them all the way back to their keeper. If they play this long ball up, there's a chance we could win this. And, well, they go for it. And Parmentier, once again, winning the headers from their goalkeeper's kicks. He's having an excellent game. And Grandsar picks out Asay in the box. He strikes. And Derek Asay gets his 7th of the season to put the ball over the line into the back of the net. It was a good finish, and it was a great assist from Grandsar as well. But, well, it was again Parmentier's header. We've seen that twice now this game. He finds Stefan, who distributes it well. Plays it to Asay here, who's in loads of space. He did a great job of crafting it and goes for the keeper's near post. It's a good shot. It's a very well taken shot. Very precise, just enough power. And it puts us 2-1 up. It gives us the lead that we need. Now, the question is, should we make any changes? Because the player who isn't impressing me this game is Dorian Marietti, who's been absent, really. I don't think we've seen much from it at all. So Sandro Mourinho can make an appearance. He's hardly played for us, Sandro Mourinho. It's really weird, even when we've had dominant attacking midfielders before, like in Yarrow, as I will carry on after this, as we just save Parmentier. Oh, no. Giving that as an own goal is incredibly harsh. But it was such a good save as well. This is what makes it even worse. I mean, that is great. He saved it with his face. Parmentier boats it into their defender, and it goes in. That's unfortunate, really. That was the save that hit my Sondiol in the face. I don't know why we need goal line technology when the ball went in anyway, but whatever. But yeah, like I was saying, even when we had, like, Thomas Eriksson at Yarrow, Pettersson still played a good amount of games, but Sandro Mourinho's just hardly featured, really. Bringing on Roy for Stefan, because he's just not doing a lot, so why not? Well, we're into added time, and it's flying by, but we do have a goal kick. Diabate on the ball. Can we find a late goal to give us the lead back after Parmentier's disaster? Well, he picks out Asay very well. Royer's in the centre, but Asay tries to take it himself. And it just doesn't work. There's 50 seconds left to play. Maisonio can take his time here. No, he can't. We want to win. These are 15th. What are we doing? What? Why are we wasting time? Why are we playing for a draw? This is mad. We've been on top all game. We've been the dominant side. We've had almost 3 times as many shots. Why are we the ones playing for the point? That is the most frustrating line of text I have ever seen on this game. It just is. We didn't have almost 3 times as many shots. They had 12, we had 21, but we had almost twice as many shots. And it's acting like we were the team that hung on. They scored an own goal. We had an injury. I'm annoyed. I'm very annoyed. Aggressive, not good enough. It's not. We just drew to 16th in the league. It's not good enough, is it? We can't say that any other way. That's rubbish. That's just poor. That's not something the team in 9th should be doing. Now, fortunately, Lille also drew, so we maintain our 9th place, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to push up into 8th this season, which is disappointing. 2 poor results there, really, which we should have really done better in. The 3 draws in a row. We haven't lost in 6, which sounds quite nice, but we've also only won 2 of them. We've drawn 4, so it's a little bit underwhelming, really. I'd like to just be able to just win games. And we're basically coming to the end, not only of the season, but of our easy run of form. We've got Strasbourg coming up, who aren't a great team. But then we've got Bordeaux, Monaco, and Marseille. So Bordeaux, Monaco, Marseille. 4th, 2nd, and 6th. It's a nightmare. It's going to be a really difficult way to end the season. I'm just hoping we can see it through and hopefully pick up some good points. But that's going to wrap this up. It's 2 draws, it's a 0-0, and it's a heartbreaking 2-2. Parmentier, after having a wonderful game, gets credited for an own goal, which I think was unfair. I don't think that was an own goal. If you'd have asked me, that came off their defender, or their attacker, sorry, but whatever. It doesn't make a huge difference, right? So, let's wrap this up. Thank you all very much for watching. Tomorrow's video will be up at 5:30, or you can subscribe to get that into your feed, whichever you prefer. And, well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Follow Twitter and join the Discord. And, yeah, I will catch you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. I will see you all then. And goodbye.